You are kindly requested to turn off your cellular phones, if you please. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, it is with great honor and pleasure that I welcome you today. In light of the leading role of the National Research Center, the ICESCO, and the ComStat in innovation and research, and organizing the international courses, the training programs, workshops for professionals in this domain, it is with great pleasure and honor that we welcome you to the 4th International Workshop and Conference on Nanomaterials and Nano Devices. This event is held under the auspices of His Excellency Professor Dr. Sharif Hamad, Minister of Scientific Research, and His Excellency Professor Dr. Ashraf Shalain, President of the National Research Center in Cairo. This event is co-organized by the ICESCO and the ComStat and the National Research Center. Devoted to the achievement of the highest quality of academic interaction, this two-day scientific program will include 32 presentations in parallel sessions. Our renowned professors and speakers represent various countries. In alphabetical order, they are Bangladesh, China, Egypt, Jordan, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Malaysia, and Morocco. It is with great honor and pleasure that we are hosting today over 350 national and international speakers from around the world. Our national speakers are affiliated to various universities. Among these are Ain Shams University, and they are represented by the Faculty of Science and the Women's College. From Al-Azhar University, Cairo University, who will be represented by the Faculty of Engineering, the Faculty of Science, and the Faculty of Physical Therapy. We have representatives from Al-Mansoura, Helwan, and Kafr al-Sheikh universities as well. And we have a representative from the American University in Cairo. Of course, we have several presenters from the Egyptian institutes. These are the Atomic Energy Authority, Egypt's Nanotechnology Center, Housing and Building Research Centers, the National Institute of Standardization, Institute of Genetic Engineering and Biotechnology Research, National Institute of Strategy and Marine Research, Animal Production Research Institute, Nanotechnology Center of Agriculture, National Research Center, National Research Institute of Astronomy and Geophysics, and the National Organization for Drug Control and Research. Quite a long list. To get a deeper insight into the 4th International Workshop and Conference on Nanomaterials and Nano Devices and its objectives, let us hear from our distinguished guests. I would like to introduce Professor Dr. Mohammed Hashim, Vice President for Research and International Relations, National Research Center, and the chairman of this event. Dr. Hashim.
Professor of National Research, President of National Research Center, Professor Dr. Magid Umari, President of Kafr al-Sheikh University, Professor Dr. Arshad Bahaki, representative of ComStat, Dr. Ismail Abdel Hamid, representative of ICESCO, our former president and vice president of National Research Center, and the Academy of Scientific Research and Technology. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It gives me a great pleasure to take the chair of the International Conference on Nano Material and Nano Device. Our compliment and appreciation to ICESCO and ComStat for their sincere work in strengthening the collaboration among member states. On behalf of the National Research Center staff, I would like to welcome our dearest guests from the international speakers who spent a lot of time and efforts to come to Egypt to share us this event and interact with their Egyptian colleagues from all disciplines related to nanotechnology. Dear delegates, in 1959, Nobel laureate Richard Feynman gave a lecture to American Physical Society entitled "There is a Plenty of Rooms at the Bottom." The focus of his speech was about how he believed that man would create increasingly smaller, powerful devices. In 1986, Eric Drexler wrote Engine of Creation and introduced the term of nanotechnology. Scientific research really expanded over the last decade. Inventor and corporation aren't far behind. Today, more than 13,000 patents registered in USA have the word nano in them. This means that we are still in a very early stage of this development. What is so good about the nano scale? Many substances behave very differently in the form of atom, molecule, and nanosize. For example, the metal copper is transparent on the nanoscale, while gold, which is normally unreactive, become chemically very active. Carbon, which is quite soft in normally occurring form, which is graphite, become incredibly hard when it's tightly packed into nanoscopic arrangement called nanotube. Nanotechnology is a growing field that's becoming a part of every aspect in our life. It's benefit a whole array of areas, from environment, healthcare, as well as industrial application. Nanotechnology promises to overcome important limitations that exist in a current technology, and hence has the potential to be a part of every industry. The future of nanotechnology. Are it nano dream or nano nightmare? The concept of nanotechnology are so broad and pervasive that they will influence every area of technology and science in a way that are surely unpredictable. There is amazing claim saying in the 21st century, nanotechnology will be more important than all the greatest technology of the 20th century put together. Nanotechnology is rapidly become an interdisciplinary field. Biologists, chemists, physics, and engineers are all involved in the study of substance at the nanoscale. Hence, the different disciplines should work closely in order to develop a common language and communicate with one another. Among the main challenges of nanotechnology is the need to learn more about materials and their property at the nanoscale. This conference addresses the challenge and risks by bringing together R&D scientists and professionals from different sectors of academia and scientific organizations. The conference will comprise 8 sessions covering the main area of application of nanomaterials and nano devices, namely fabrication, advanced material, medicine, electronic and microsystems, engineering, energy, and environment, heavy industry. We are sure that through your valuable talks, presentation and fruitful discussion, this event will meet its goal. Therefore, we encourage you to follow in change and make the best of this opportunity in order to build collaboration and integration among the COMSTAS and the ISISCO member states, and hence come up with a recommendation that would bring welfare to our nation. Finally, I would like to thank all those who helped in organizing this event, from National Research Center, COMSTAS, and ISISCO, who are behind this event and not with us now. A special thanks is due to administrative staff and International Relations Office, in-house research project office, conference unit, the Public Relations Department of National Research Center. Last but not least, I wish to the conference great success. Thank you.
Next, we would like to welcome Dr. Ismail Abdul Hamid, Expert Science Directorate of ISISCO, whom will present the ISISCO message.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. His Excellency Professor Ashraf Shaban, President of National Research Center, Professor Majid Al-Qumri, President of Kafr Sheikh University, Professor Muhammad Hashim, Vice President for Research and International Relation, National Research Center, Professor Arshad Bahati, representative of His Excellency Dr. Yimkinan Qurashi, the Director of COMSATS, distinguishable guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is a matter of a great honor and a privilege for me to extend a warm and cordial welcome to all of you on behalf of His Excellency Dr. Abdulaziz Osman Twigri, Director General of the Islamic Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, ISISCO, at this combined opening ceremony for the 4th International Conference and Workshop on Nanotechnology and Nanodevices. I'm grateful to COMSATS and the National Research Center for all efforts they have done, facilities they have provided to implement this international conference at this level, and to ensure its a success, which is of a prime importance of nanotechnology in Islamic countries. Our combined wisdom and vision in this TRIO partnership initiative will enable us to face the challenging tasks of promoting nanotechnology in ISISCO member states. Distinguishable guests, ladies and gentlemen, ISISCO effort to promote critical technologies in the member states is devoted to deal with biotechnology and nanotechnology both together as the most advanced technologies generated and updated nowadays. Adequate approaches were therefore adopted by ISISCO to encourage developing an integral vision of nanotechnology, defining research priorities, opening opportunities for interdisciplinary teaming and collaboration at local, regional, and international levels, and exploring the state-of-the-art achievements of nanotechnology in ISISCO member states. ISISCO strategy for nanotechnology introduced an action plan for enhancing education and research in this very advanced and up-to-date fields in nanotechnology. Introduces the strategy explores ways to promote collaboration between government and private sectors in nanotechnology at local level, and to improve partnership with international reputable institutes in nanotechnology research at global level, such as the eminent place we are here, the National Research Center. Actually, ISISCO, we have an expert advisory group, and they have a second meeting for nanotechnology, and they reviewed all the action taken by which it decided to further promote networking among nanotechnologists in the Islamic countries. Sensitize more countries on the initiation of action to establish nanotechnology institutes and infrastructures necessary to develop capacities in this technology of immense importance. Expert panel also stressed ICISCO to support regional activities to allow the scientists to share knowledge and experience on facing the regional challenges. Expert panel also stressed on develop a strategy to combine the biotechnology and the nanotechnology to help the member states to overcome the environmental problems. The last three versions of the ICISCO International Conference and workshops on nanotechnology take place in cooperation with UKM, Malaysia, under the supervision of a team headed by Dato Professor Muhammad Yahya, who is among us today in the first row. And it is a privilege for me to thank him and his team for the tremendous effort they have made since 2008, cooperation and the networking they have established and created for the benefits of the member states, and they decided the fourth international workshop and the conferences will go out of Malaysia and Egypt. Of course, they welcomed to host this international event, and it was a great honor last December. It was in December 2012 actually, when the ICISCO expert panel in nanotechnology decided to move the international workshop in nanotechnology. And of course, we are very happy and that we are here among all our giant professors. Actually, I was talking to Dr. Ashraf this morning. It was very difficult for me to talk when I'm among all the pillars of science and the technology in Egypt, and it is actually a great pleasure for me. And what I have to mention here of the nanotechnology, it is not only a fast and growing technologies, but it is very also recently, and they combine several research aspects, like we have now the nanobiotechnology, a new branch of sciences that it is good. It is also has a market value, that economically value, that we have to also focus on it, that it is potentially growing from $15 billion in 2010 to forecasting 27 billion next year in 2015. And nanomaterials, the value of the market is extended from $10 billion last 2 years to up to $19 billion expected to be next year is the value of the market. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I take this opportunity to reiterate thanks and the consideration of each and every one of you present here today, and encourages you all to contribute in this activity to enable us to achieve a tangible result out of this international conference and workshop. Wish you all a fruitful activity and a nice stay at the wonderful city of Cairo. Thank you.
Excellency Professor Ashraf Shala, Professor Majid, Dr. Ismail Abdul Hamid, and Professor Dr. Hassan. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and very good morning. This is Arshad Bhatti, and I'm going to read the message on behalf of Executive Director ComSets, Dr. Imtinan Elahi Qureshi, on the occasion of the opening of this fourth international workshop and conference on nanotechnology. So I start by quoting, on behalf of the Commission on Science and Technology by Sustainable Development in the South ComSets, I'm pleased to facilitate Islamic Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization ICISCO and National Research Center NRC Egypt for jointly organizing this two-day fourth international workshop and conference on nanomaterials and nanodevices. It gives me an immense pleasure to welcome all the eminent scientists, experts, and participants of 4th IWCN who have gathered here to share their knowledge on this subject of vital importance for the socio-economic development and growth of the developing countries. We are passing through a period of rapid developments in all areas of science and technology, which is also bringing various disciplines even closer. However, nanosciences is one of the fastest growing interdisciplinary fields which is changing our world in many ways and making an impact on a variety of scientific disciplines, including but not limited to medicine, healthcare, electronics, telecommunications, renewable energy, and environmental preservation. Nanoscience and nanotechnology is forming a bridge between all disciplines of science and technology. Even though the Islamic countries have embarked on ambitious research programs in nanotechnology, the full potential of this remarkable field is yet to be realized. I'm very pleased to note that the 4th IWCN has brought together some of the best international researchers from all parts of the world, having a wide spectrum of backgrounds and expertise. The 4th IWCN is focusing on the use of nanomaterials in a broad range of devices to enhance their functionality. The emphasis is on the applications of wide bandgap semiconductor nanostructures, which have opened huge opportunities for new and exciting science. I am sure this IWCN will be useful for exchanging technical information and creating collaborations among participants. In view of the crucial importance of science and technology for sustainable socio-economic development, ComSats has always encouraged endeavors to raise the level of scientific know-how in the South. ComSats has till date convened more than 200 international and national conferences and seminars in almost all major fields of science and technology. In order to synthesize the developing nations towards the centrality of science and technology in the socio-economic development, with the help of 21 member state countries and 19 renowned S&T centers of excellence in South, ComSats is committed to enhance the understanding and utilization of science and technology, including nanotechnology, which is among its thrust areas. Cooperation between ComSats and ISSCO dates back to 2004, which includes organizing and sponsoring joint activities in various fields of science and technology. ComSats and ISSCO jointly launched the Islamic World Science Network (IWSN) web portal in 2006 and 7, which is being sponsored by ISSCO's Center for Promotion of Scientific Research. The web portal is serving as a platform for the researchers and scientists to interact with each other and share their knowledge and experiences. Currently, IWSN is hosting 13 virtual scientific thematic groups in various important scientific areas, one of which is nanotechnology. The participating scientists and researchers from Islamic countries are invited and encouraged to join and participate in this VSTG. Moreover, ComSats and ISSCO jointly organized several international capacity building events in the common member countries in areas of mutual interest. ComSats gratefully acknowledges ISSCO's consistent support towards its programs and activities in the common member states. In the end, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to ISSCO and NRC for collaborating with ComSats to organize this conference and providing a forum for the academicians and professionals from Islamic countries and ComSats countries to exchange ideas for a better understanding of the processes and phenomena at the nanoscale and foster collaborations in this field. I'm sure that the presentations of the eminent subject experts will certainly be highly useful for all participants. I'm also privileged to thank the organizing committees of all collaborating organizations, in particular Dr. Ismail Abdul Hamid, ISSCO, Professor Dr. Ashad Salim Bhatti, CIIT, Mr. Tajamal Hussain, ComSats, Professor Dr. Dato Muhammad Yahya, UKM, Malaysia, and Professor Dr. Ashraf Shalan, President NRC, and Professor Hassam Al Sayyed NRC, and their teams respectively for working hard to make this event possible. I wish you all a productive and fruitful event. May Allah bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Arshad.
بعد مفاجئ او يعني مهمه قوميه الحقيقه. هو يمكن الدكتور ماجد يعني يعتبر عالم دولي في النانو تكنولوجي واهتم وعمل سنتر في النانو تكنولوجي على اعلى مستوى. احنا يمكن بنتطلع دايما بالمشاركه مع المركز القومي للبحوث في المشاريع البحثيه اللي تخص النانو تكنولوجي، والحقيقه احنا برضو مشاركين بيبرز في المؤتمر عن النانو تكنولوجي المتقدم. مرة تانية بنقول لكم تحيات الدكتور ماجد واعتذاره عن الحضور، ويشرفني ان انا اكون في وسط عمالقة النانو تكنولوجي اساتذة ناشونال اند انترناشونال بروفيسور النانو تكنولوجي، ومأسف مرة تانية عدم حضور الرئيس وشكرا.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Good morning everybody. Professor Magid Al-Qamari, represented here by Professor Said Higazi, Professor Mohammed Hashim, Professor Arshad Bati, Dr. Ismail Al-Khaliq, our dear guests from different countries of COMSATs and ISESCO common member states, our colleagues in national and international universities and research institutions, and my colleagues from National Research Center. Good morning everybody. I'm delighted to be here among you today to welcome all of you to the inauguration of the 4th International Conference on Nanomaterial and Nanodevices, which is organized, combined by National Research Center as a member institute for COMSATs, and the COMSATs headquarter and ISESCO headquarter. Also, we are very happy to choose the subject of nanotechnology, which is very important to our countries in the member states of COMSATs and ISESCO. We need actually to work together, all the countries of COMSATs and ISESCO, for the benefit of their the welfare of their people, and I think it is a very important step to organize this conference today, to make networking and to use the common and shared facilities of each country to the benefit of this branch of science. In NRC, we concentrated on nanotechnology since 6, 7, 8 years ago, and we established special programs for nanotechnology excellence center, and also during our last 6 years we worked on research plans which included the nanotechnology as one of the main streams of research here in National Research Center in the different fields, especially health, drugs, biomaterials, biopolymers, textile, food, chemical industries, and photovoltaic cells. So the National Research Center is putting all its resources and all the experiences of its researchers and professors to help the gathering of the and networking of the nanomaterial in the member states. I would like to ask all our guests from different countries to enjoy a stroll beside the Nile in one of the most peaceful countries in the world. Thank you.